Hello everyone, welcome to the second episode of the Dear Future Missionaries podcast. I'm your host, Zach Warner, and I'm here with my co-host, Isaac Doyle.
Hi everyone.
And today we're here with our special guest, Maddie, Hein.
Hey y'all, it's good to be here. I'm excited to be here with you guys.
Awesome. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
I'm Maddie. I'm from Dallas, Texas. What else is there to say? I'm here a student at BYU. I met Zach and Isaac my freshman year, summer term 2021, and I just got back from my mission in November, so it's been about 7 months. And yeah, I served in Cape Verde, and that's about it.
Nice. Did you know where Cape Verde was when you opened your call?
No, I butchered the spelling of it, the saying of it so bad. I pronounced it like a sorority, sort of. I was like Kappa Verde. Anyway.
You're like, ballers. There we go.
Yeah, where is it?
It's on the west coast of Africa, the 10 islands on the west coast of Africa.
Okay.
And so, yeah, I didn't know where it was. I giggled when I heard it because I didn't know where I was going. So did my family. We all just laughed because no one knew where it was. But Google Maps helped it out.
Yeah, just nothing Google Maps can't do.
Exactly.
Tell us a little bit about Cape Verde. What was it like geographically, people, culture?
It's just straight dirt. Like what you picture Africa is exactly how my mission looked. But you think it'd be different because it was islands, but not at all.
Mm-hmm. Blue water?
Yes. Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah, for the most part.
Yeah.
Which is nice. But yeah, it's all islands, so it's very much island culture. Like they all live on island time. They all have just like a very relaxed, chill personality. They don't really do anything with their lives, but they're always there for a fun, good time, which is super good, which is exactly how I am. So that was nice. What else about it? They revolve around music and soccer. Those are the two things that they do, which really fits my alley.
Yeah.
So I was having a great time. But yeah, they're always just playing soccer, and there's always music going on in the streets. And people just dancing randomly. And it's just, I don't know, it's just a super fun, it seems like a no responsibility type country.
Dang.
In a good way. It was super fun.
I'm actually really curious. How did that affect? Was it hard to start teaching people, or was that hard to start, or was it harder for them to progress?
It was hard for them to progress because they're very Catholic. The whole country's super duper Catholic. And so they all are like, come on in, faith in Christ. And they always just say the basic Catholic things. And they expect you to come in just share a message of Jesus Christ. But then they don't actually want to hear the message of the Church of Jesus Christ, which makes it hard for them to progress because they're all very laid back or they're super Catholic. And so if they're Catholic, they don't want to leave their religion. And if they're laid back, they don't want to have to follow and keep all the covenants that they would make in the church.
Interesting. And is the church pretty well known there? Do
Yes.
people know who you are when you knock?
As soon as I leave my house, everyone starts yelling sister.
Wow.
Everyone knows who
That's kind of awesome.
I felt like a celebrity all the time. It was so fun. But yeah, it was super good.
So with super Catholic, everyone knows who you are. What was a normal day like for you guys? What would you do? Spend your time doing? How would you find people? Would you teach a lot?
It was, you would plan the day at the very beginning of the day, with all the lessons marked up, and then all of them would fall through. So you end up just just walking from house to house. In the end, if someone wasn't there, then you go to the next neighbor's house or whatever and just try and find. So it was a lot of finding and contacting instead of you had a bunch of lessons, but it was unplanned lessons, if that makes sense. So the mornings it's just your studies and then lunch, and then you go out 1 to 9 or whatever, noon to 9, whatever it is, and then just knock doors until someone's there, because usually people aren't there.
That's good.
Yeah, it's just a lot of finding.
Yeah.
Yeah. I personally, on my mission, I remember the finding days were kind of tough. I was like, oh man, if I gotta knock one more door, I'm gonna lose my mind. But but I loved it. I loved it, everyone.
We'd call it a blue day. Wasn't it blue in the area book, or?
I don't know.
Blue. So we'd always say we got a blue day.
But my question is, I love my mission, everyone. I promise. My question is, what did you do, especially finding so much, to keep the days fun, or keep that finding time a good time?
I actually really enjoyed finding in the end.
Good.
It was because I would end up since soccer was a big part of their culture, there's always people playing on the streets, like just juggling the ball within each other. So like the most effective way that I found to find was like randomly just joining in their circle, juggling for a couple minutes and talking to them while juggling to getting to know them, and then bring up the message and like ask if we could come by or share a message then or like on another day. And for me that was the most effective because then you like already formed the friendship, and so it was super fun, and then they were more willing to hear you. So it was just like killing two birds with one stone because it was fun making friends. It makes the work so much better, and then you get people out of it because they have more trust in you to like share a message. So like that was one specific way, or just like just having a good time, like always having a smile on your face and like dancing to the music on the street while you're walking with your comp. Like I said, they're very like an island type of people. They love having fun. And so if you're proving that you're having fun as well, just by like hitting a little disco on the road or something like that, like they're going to love it and they're going to want to talk to you, which makes finding so much easier and so much more enjoyable because you're having fun and then they want to talk to you.
Yeah. That's actually, dang.
That's awesome.
That would hit hard.
Yeah.
Like honestly, I remember, I think that's why it was so hard for me at the beginning of my mission. Cause like, I took it too seriously. And I was like, maybe I just don't have enough faith to like find people. But I do think sometimes it's just like, well, you just keep going and like if you have fun along the way.
My dad always told me like in high school when he figured out that I wanted to serve mission, he kept telling me he's like, if it's not fun, it's not missionary work. And so I think that was very drilled into my head going into the mission. And so like when I wasn't having a good time, I realized it was because like, I don't know, I was more of like a robot, and I didn't want people to see me as a robot. I wanted people to see me as a person that has a message, that has joy from the message. And so like just putting a smile on my face and having fun with the people made the work so much more enjoyable.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah.
I do have so I'm curious. We have like an idea of what the culture is like. How was the church, like the stakes, the wards, the branches? How was it in Cape Verde?
It really depended. Like on the church is super strong on the main island. That's it's just really strong there. They have the temple on the main island, so, and all the wards like are very strong, like active, and members will go out with you all the time to go help and teach. And the wards and the stakes, they're all very like united. Like all the members are super duper close to each other, which is super nice. But then there's some places where, like I served on a solo island where it's just me and my comp.
Wow.
And my first Sunday pulling up to church, I'm playing the piano during sacrament. I look up, 6 people, and that was it for the entire island.
Dang. That's
and
crazy.
so some places like the church is really weak, while other places the church is super strong. There's one island where basically like 65% of the island are members, but like basically 45% of them are inactive because of like previous things that stake presidents have done or bishops or stuff. And so again, it just really varies. Some islands are super duper strong, other islands are really, really weak, and they have no one going to church and no one really cares about it anymore. While on other islands, they're like, yeah, temple, come on, go get your covenants. And everyone's like shouting and screaming for the church. So it really just depends.
Let's go.
When you were on that like 6-member island, just you and your companion, did you like that?
No.
No, it was hard.
It was so
Gotta
hard.
keep
Oh, I bet.
So hard.
That was quick.
Why'd you bring that up?
I'm sorry.
Bring back trauma, dog. Jokes. I love the island.
Yeah.
I grew so much from it, but
It's
was
hard.
the worst.
Yeah.
That was like the hardest 13 weeks of my life.
Oh, dang.
I just
Could you
cried
even
every week.
I mean, this probably wasn't like the worst. Could you get groceries or anything? Was there anything on the island?
Yes and no. So there's a boat that would come out like once a week or every 10 days with food and water. And so everyone like
Really, that's it?
Yeah, this is like the days like 7 to 10. Everyone's just like starving, not starving, but like you're waiting for the food to get there. You don't have anything.
Rationing.
And then the boat, rationing.
Yeah.
And then once that day comes, it's like the Hunger Games, dude. Everyone's running to the
Heading
stores.
for the
Everyone's grabbing.
cornucopia.
Yeah.
Wow.
Everyone's
Do you
grabbing
bid on
everything.
food?
No. You bid on everything but food
That's interesting.
Yeah.
at the stores and stuff.
Along those same lines, what was like daily civilian life like? Did you guys have warm showers? Did you?
On that island,
Shopping.
we didn't even have water.
Oh wow.
We didn't have running water, and so we had to take bucket showers. And sometimes we'd run out of water, and so we got permission from the mission president to go bathe in the ocean every morning.
Oh.
So I was able to go swimming on my mission on that one island. But that was just the one island that had like
Dang.
mega issues.
Mm-hmm.
Every other island, you have a shower, but it's not necessarily warm.
Mm-hmm.
Some places it is, others it isn't. Just depends the house you get. It's like a little gamble every transfer. Figure out what house you're gonna end up in. But like the missionaries are treated a lot better than the actual like civilians. Civilians, they don't have showers. They're all like, almost all of them are bucket showers every day, or just like very small houses with nothing in it. But they're super simple people. They don't need it. They don't really care.
Yeah, that's humbling
Mm-hmm.
and sweet.
Yeah, it was fun. They taught me a lot
Yeah.
to not be high maintenance, you know?
That's good. I bet that took a little bit to get used to, but now whatever college apartment you have, you don't even have to. You're like, oh, this is way better.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
No more bucket showers.
That's good. I do have another question. How was the food in Cape? Because like, I like know what the food is in France, Central South
Good
America. Central South America. I know. I got no idea. Cape Verde. What is? Sorry, my accent came out. That was so cringe. My bad. But
Was it Spanish? What did you?
No, you're called Portuguese, and that's like the
Okay.
actual language. But you get there, and no one speaks it. They all speak Creole.
Interesting.
And so, but it's not an official language, so they can't really teach in MTCs. There's no books for
Yeah.
it or anything to learn it, so you just pick it up on the street. So you get there with like a very minimal Portuguese base just from the MTC, and then you go out and you have to learn Creole off on the street. And every island has like a different type of Creole, and so when you get transferred, you have to like adjust. And some islands you have to learn like a completely different Creole, which is wild.
Dang.
But food wise, it was
finally.
I know.
It's super boring. It's just rice and beans or chicken and meat. I mean, I'm thinking Nacho Libre real quick. Rice and beans, chicken or fish. And that's like it. Like it'll always be rice and beans and then either like a meat or a fish. And then the fish, they don't even like, they cook it, but they just flop the entire thing on your plate. So it has like the eye, the tail, the fins, like everything. And so you just eat it like that.
Did you learn to, like, for non-fish people, is it like fish or die?
For our fish people in the audience.
I'm serious. Not everyone.
No, I'm just saying. Sorry.
Fish or die? No. Honestly, I expected to eat fish like every day, and I'm not that big of a fish person. I'm like a salmon girl and simply salmon. But now I can do more fish because of it, but it wasn't every day. Like most, especially all restaurants, you can choose meat or fish.
Okay.
Usually when you go to a member's house, it's usually fish. So it wasn't, I don't know.
Yeah.
It was less fish than I thought. But it was still a lot of fish.
Yeah.
Dang.
Which,
Island life. There
you know
you
the
go.
vibes.
I bet those care packages were lifesavers. Did you get?
Funny.
Yeah.
I got one. Because it takes
One package.
months to get there. Months.
Do they not
There
have
was
like a
one sister-
courier service at all?
No.
Dang.
There's one sister who got a package, or her parents sent her a package in November, and she didn't get it till the following August.
Dang.
And she was
Wow.
at home in like September or whatever. Like it was like packages take forever. They either take months or it's like lost. My grandparents sent me a birthday card last April of 2023. Or no, they sent it last January to get to me by April for my birthday, and they got it back. It returned last month in Utah. Like it just returned back to them completely open. They looked in it to see if the people they looked to see if there was money in it and stuff to take it out. But since they saw nothing, they just sent it back to my grandparents.
Wow. So don't send money.
No,
To Cape Verde.
absolutely no.
That's crazy,
You
actually.
ain't gonna get it. Yeah. So I didn't really get any packages. I told my parents not to worry about it, so that was also my fault. But I just told them to put money on my card, and that was easier.
Yeah. It's a lot easier.
But it just made food so much more enjoyable when I came back, you know?
Uh-huh.
Getting that Kit Kat or Twix for the first time. You kidding me?
No, you can't beat that. The rice and beans?
El Salvador.
You're right.
Yeah.
Was that yours too,
My-
rice and beans?
Yeah. And, well, there was I loved the food in El Salvador.
Papusas.
Las pupusas. My sister, I've told you this, Maddie, but my sister and my mom, they did a HXP trip in Cape Verde, and my
You
sister.
didn't tell me
I haven't
this.
told you this. I told you that when you got your call. I swear I emailed you or something.
You did not. The only call I got was about Elder Crofts. Or
Dang, my
on the
bad.
email.
I'm getting exposed. But my sister does not like rice, does not like beans, and does not like fish. And so she got smoked when she was in Cape Verde for like 2.5 weeks. She like finally started to like rice, but dang, poor girl.
Talk about a weight loss program.
Yeah, she came back, she's like, yeah, I didn't really eat anything. She ate like, they were nice enough. I think they gave them bread or something too. I don't know if
Yeah, there was a lot of bread actually.
So she just ate a lot of bread.
Did she eat couscous? That's a huge thing there.
I have no idea.
We ate a lot of couscous in France.
I love couscous. It is so good.
What is it?
I don't even know how to describe it.
Explain it.
Is it funny? Explain it. It's super dry. By itself, it's probably a little different than yours.
No, it's pretty bad.
Okay.
It's
It's just like flour.
Oh man.
That's like it. And then
Do they put water in it?
Yeah.
Okay.
And you just like stir it with you like fold it with your hands and stuff until it gets like.
Oh yeah, I know what that is.
Yeah.
My friend, he served in Zimbabwe. Shout out to Zach, my man. He served in Zimbabwe, and he told me all about it.
Really, couscous?
Yeah.
It's good.
You like okay?
I liked it because with condensed milk, chef's kiss.
Really?
So good. So good.
Isaac, thoughts?
I don't know.
It's like he's judging
I only
me
ever had it with
hardcore.
like sausage.
Oh, we would eat it with butter or condensed milk, never with any actual food.
Our couscous was probably different
Yeah.
than yours.
They probably was a little different.
A little different. Your pastries were a lot better than ours.
They were pretty good.
Yeah, I don't want to hear it.
Okay, I do. This last question is for the moms and for anyone preparing to serve in Cape Verde. What was something you
hearts.
packed, or something that you wish you would have packed on your mission that you were like, man, this is so useful, or this would have been so useful?
I actually have no idea.
Really?
Yeah. Like the only thing I would say would be like pictures. I loved having like hard like physical copies of pictures.
Like from your
home.
family.
Yeah,
or-
like childhood pictures of me
nice.
and my brothers and stuff.
Oh, that's a good.
Yeah.
That's
a good
That's
thing
a
to
great
do.
answer.
Okay.
I'm like, no, that's
I was
no
gonna
wrong
think like
right answer.
wide brim hat, but that's
No,
that's
like I
better.
was yeah.
I can't think
no,
of
I
any
can actually
actual-
relate. Like, I could have been like giant rain boots and all this, but you get wet either way. So I don't.
And we didn't really get rain.
Oh yeah.
So it's not like there's nothing. I don't know. I don't know what to bring. Just dresses, chacos,
Okay,
and
Pictures.
pictures.
Good.
That's all you need.
that's a great answer.
Yeah.
Thank you guys. Yes, I'm killing it.
Okay. Thank you, Maddie.
No, it's fun. It's fun to hear about Cape Verde, the culture, the people, and like
Right.
the mission life. We wanted to ask you to share a meaningful experience from your mission.
Okay. I'll try and keep it short. This story sort of spanned throughout my entire mission, which I think is why I liked it so much because it lasted for so long. But my first transfer, me and my comp were whitewashing the area, and it was like my first week out in the field, and we were doing a bunch of contacts, and we just kept getting rejected, and we were like, you know what? Let's take a little break. So we went and got fresquinhas, which are like frozen yogurt on like a stick, and we went to like the top of this village, and it's like dirt. You go down, it's like a big like U, and then dirt again, and then there's like all these like concrete houses like in the little
ditch.
dip. Yeah, in the ditch. And so I was just being a little silly goose, and I was like, let's just take like silly touristy pictures where you like, you know, you have like the house behind to like fit in your hand, whatever. And so we did that for like 5-10 minutes while eating our fresquinhas, just having a good time. And then we just didn't think anything of it. We walked away and started working again. And then that following Sunday, this guy went to church, and he came up to me and my compañera. He came up to me and my comp. Stupid. Anyway, he came up to me and my comp, and he was like, "Hey, I saw you two the other day doing some weird picture thing up at the top of the village." And we're like, "Oh, word." And he was like, "Yeah, you did it to my house." And we're like, "Oh, cool." And he goes, "I'm actually less active. I haven't been to church in years. My entire family hasn't been to church." He's like, "But I just wanted to come here and sort of make fun of you guys for doing that type ordeal. I feel like you guys look sort of silly, and we're like, well, you came to church, and that's all that matters. And so we decided, we asked him if we can come back to the house later that week. And so he said, yeah. So we went back later that week, and at the time, he had 3 kids, and then his wife, and they were all members, except like all less active. And the mom wanted nothing to do with us, like whatsoever. She did not want to talk to us. She just like tried to avoid us. And so it's sort of awkward, but then we just kept coming back. We were super persistent with it because we really, really liked this family. And anyway, I was there for 3 transfers. At the end of my 3rd transfer, they were reactivated. They were like considered like active members again. And she got this like a calling in seminary and everything. And so that was super cool. For me, that was like sort of like the first mission accomplishment that I had. And so like it sort of like really hit hard for me. And that family's like my Cabo Verdean family. Like they're the people that like mean the most to me from there. Anywho, so that whole happened. And then I went to another island 2 transfers later, and I got a concussion. And one morning I woke up, I couldn't move my head, I couldn't move my eyes, I couldn't move my neck. Like I was sort of like paralyzed from the neck up. And so then I had to be flown to the main island immediately to go to the hospital and like get checked up and like do a bunch of scans and everything. And so I got flown back, and I missed a baptism in our area of this like girl that I really, really liked. And so I was super duper sad about it. Then I got a text when I was on the main island for a week from Sueli, which is the mom. And she was like, hey, we decided we're going to go through the temple for the first time. And if you're in Praia, I want you to come with and be there for me and like be my like helper throughout the entire process. And so perfect timing. The 1 week I was on that main island, I was able to go with them through the temple and be able to see them like, be endowed and go like make that covenant with God, which is super duper special. And so that was like a huge ordeal for me because I was also going through a really hard time because of my concussion. And so that was just like a big help in like my mental health as well. And then the other comp I was with when we met them when she was going home from her mission, she was on the main island for a couple days right beforehand. And those couple days was the same days that they were going to be sealed in the temple. And so she was able to go and be there for the sealing. And additionally, like they had a little daughter that died when she was very young. And so she was able to like represent the daughter in the temple. And it was just like such a full circle moment that lasted like an entire year. He's now like in the Stake High Council. She's in the Stake Relief Society. Like they both just like have tremendously changed. And it's been so cool to see. They have another kid now and they're just super duper happy. Anyway, and it just has like changed me because I was able to watch their entire process throughout my entire mission. It wasn't something that happened immediately. It took like 9 transfers because it took a year or how many transfers, whatever. That's not 9, but anyway, moving on. And I still keep in contact with them and everything. And it was just like a super spiritual experience for me and something that was like, this is why I'm on a mission. This is like the thing that gave me a purpose for being out there and gave me the like energy and the desire to go out every day and find families just like them.
That is so awesome. That's like, I mean, that's what a mission is. You see God in like every single part of. So I don't know. Just sometimes you want things to happen in your way. Like maybe you didn't want it to take 9 transfers.
Right.
To like see that quick progress.
I want it quicker.
That's what a mission teaches you is like, just you gotta wait sometimes. It's not, at the end of the day, it's not about you. It's about the people and the conversion they have to go through. This might be kind of a difficult question, but I'm going to ask it anyways. How has it helped you? Because at least for me, that's one of the greatest things I learned on my mission was like, God's in every detail of my life. After an experience like that, how does it help you to see God and his hand more frequently in your life? Sorry, it's kind of a difficult
loaded question.
You can think about it for a second.
Wait, say it again.
How has it helped you now not being a missionary to be able to notice God's hand in your life, like on a daily or a weekly basis?
Okay, I think especially being out because no one knows where Cape Verde is. Well, basically no one knows where it is. And so being out on my mission, like one thing that I really realized is God really knows all of his children because he'd plant people into your life perfect times and perfect places on your mission, the people that really need at the time, you know what I'm saying? Which is a huge eye opener to like, he really does know everyone on the Isles of the Sea. Like he really is aware of everyone at all times. And so being able to see that consistently for 18 months and coming home and being like, well, now I live in Provo, Utah, you know, very member populated and everything. I was like, he's still like aware of me in every situation, and and it feels good to know that he still is aware of them in every situation as well. And just like knowing that they're being taken care of by other missionaries, or just by like the angels that are with them all the time, or just by Jesus Christ by their side all the time, is super comforting to me and gives me the motivation to keep following and keeping my covenants here in Texas, or not in Texas, in Utah, and like just like staying on my own covenant path to be like examples to them from a faraway distance. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah. That's great.
Sorry, that was kind of a big question, but that was such a good response.
Yeah, thanks for sharing that. And thank you so much for that story. It's a good reminder that missionary work, it's about helping people go to the temple too.
Right.
I love that. That's like the climax of everything.
Right.
Everything.
Super cool.
Yeah, thank you. One more quick question for you, Maddie, pointed towards missionaries who are preparing. What's one piece of advice that you would give for people getting ready for a mission?
Preparing to go on a mission, or when they're on a mission?
Either. Yeah.
Like something they would need to know, you know?
Something they would need to know.
Or something you would like for them to know.
Honestly, I'll do both of them real quick.
Okay.
Go for them.
When you're on the mission, one thing that helped me was writing down every single night one way that I saw God's hand in the day. Because that some days, like you guys know, you walk on the street, you feel like everything's going wrong, you feel like no one's like with you, you're feeling like you get no support or anything. And so on those days, I go home, and since I did it every single day in my mission, I was able to rethink about my day and everything that I did, and I was able to see that He was there through most of it, or through all of it. And there was like many tiny miracles that He gave me throughout the day, which helped me stay motivated to do the next day, or just like to continue doing the work and not to get down on myself, because I really saw Him in everything. And it's also been cool since being home. I've been able to reread that journal, because it's like different than my like actual like journal from my mission. I was really bad at that, but for some reason I really stuck with this like one thing a day thing. But since being home, it's been super nice because I've been able to look back and read them, and it's been like a good little boost to like read my scriptures that day, or like make sure I go to the temple this week, or random stuff like that, which has been really nice. And then get in a good habit of praying before your mission, because through prayer, that's like the way that I like strengthen my relationship with Heavenly Father and with Jesus Christ more than anything else. And you're going to need that more than anything on your mission. You're praying all the time on the mission. I feel like every single minute you're praying for something or another. And so before the mission, just getting in a good habit of praying and already creating such a strong relationship with your Heavenly Father and with Jesus Christ will help you so much more in the work to be more available to like the promptings of the Spirit and to what you need to do.
Thank you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks so much for that. Do you have any other questions? Anything you'd like to add to that?
Just thanks. That's like, that makes me want to be a better person. I think that's the power of the gospel. It just makes you want to be a better person every time. So thanks for sharing all that stuff.
Yeah.
Thanks for letting me talk. Thanks for letting me yap, guys.
Oh, Maddie, thank you so much for coming. I know Zach and I both really appreciated it, and all of our listeners. And we wanted to finish with a quick scripture before heading out. And this is in Alma chapter 17, and it's verse 11. And it says, "And the Lord said unto them also, Go forth among the Lamanites, thy brethren, and establish my word. Yet ye shall be patient in longsuffering and afflictions, that ye may show forth good examples unto them in me. And I will make an instrument of thee in my hands unto the salvation of many souls." Thank you, everyone, for listening. See you next week.